This first match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, this young man hails from the kingdom of Iowa City, Iowa, weighing in at 176 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Wagner!
Welcome to the Nosebleed Seats. I'm the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. This week, Pro Wrestling Central Illinois goes to Bellevue, Illinois at the Bellevue Plaza. As we see coming out to the ring, Wagner of the mainstay of the Quad Cities area. Noteable Pro Wrestling was a short-lived promotion that only put on 2 shows in the state of Illinois before the promoter took operations back to the state of Maryland. And there's some interesting stories to tell about why this promotion did not last very long. And go back to the ring for the announcement from Scooter.
And introducing his opponent, he hails from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 185 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shane Hollister!
The reigning NWA Iowa champion, Shane Hollister, one of the more popular wrestlers to come out of the Quad Cities area. He had a lengthy layoff due to a broken leg earlier in 2010. He just recently returned to the ring not too long ago up in AAW in Chicago. This match, incidentally, took place during the summer of 2009. Shane Hollister, long time freak accident in a match up in the Quad Cities area, broke his leg. But Shane Hollister is healed up and back to action.
Hollister! 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 Hollister!
X-Pac! X-Pac!
My roommate was watching you fancy shining shit.
Alright, we're underway. Handsome Matt Hansen's your official. We have not seen him officiate much around the Central region in 2010.
Watch out for the moonsault. He'll get you. He's the 1, 2, 3 kid.
As you hear the witty banter of Mr. Correct Conventions 5706.
Might be good. Dynamite kid was
Wagner had a headlock. Shane Hollister grabs the arm.
Don't take that, James Hetfield. Come on, let's go.
Wrist lock by Hollister, reversed to an arm wringer by Wagner. Noteable Pro Wrestling only ran 2 shows in Central Illinois. First event was kind of a concept show to succeed Hammerlock Pro Wrestling.
He's already got him in a. What else do you want him to do?
And Noteable Pro Wrestling kind of had a good concept going.
Yeah!
Instead of create their own championships, they brought in champions from other promotions, including the Combat Zone Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Xbox X.
But on tonight's, on the second episode of Noteable Pro Wrestling, they decided to create their own championships, and
His arm is broken in 90 places.
unfortunately, I think they made a mistake doing that, because they were not playing the run too often as it was, and you know, they just did not need more championship belts for a promotion that was only going to run conceivably once a quarter. But Noteable Pro Wrestling did not go any more than 2 shows in Central Illinois before the promoter moved back to moved back to the state of Maryland. Well, Mova does not like the antics of one night Wagner as he lays in a boot choke in the corner. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is worse than when you made that video with Johnny Ward.
Night Wagner's pretty much nowadays formed a successful tag team with Jordan McIntyre and wrestles predominantly, when not in the Quad Cities, down at Metro East Championship Wrestling down in Wood River, Illinois, as Shane Hollister lays in the forearm shots.
Hey, that's more. Come on, Shane. Don't get disqualified.
Call themselves Bromance as Hollister keeps Wagner into the corner and a big back body drop. An interesting story with the Noteable Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship belt. It's got its own Facebook page and is traveling around the country. You can find the NPW Championship Facebook page. You can see the belt posing in various locations around the Central Illinois region. And Shane Hollister, slingshot elbow to the gut of Night Wagner, only a 2 count. Now coming up later in the program, we're going to take a look at Bailey Mannix taking on the great Malaki. Oh, and a yank by the hair by Night Wagner, and there's a hard kick to the back of Shane Hollister.
I like German potato salad. Like that.
We got covered 1, 2.
I will hit you with the spinning wheel kick, X-Pac.
Night Wagner. Oh, look at this. Shane Hollister with a side suplex on Night Wagner. And a boot to the back by Shane Hollister, the NWA Iowa champion.
And he's still up.
Drop kick to the back of the head, and
1, 2, oh. Stay on, Shane, stay on.
oh, we can clearly hear my colleague at the MBS cheerleading for Shane Hollister. Kind of a distraction. A swing and a miss. Oh, a backbreaker by Night Wagner, and down goes Shane Hollister. And yes, I have to agree. Night Wagner, his appearance bears a strong resemblance to Sean Waltman. As Wagner drags him out by the hair, and there's a leg drop. Very Xbox-like there. Only a 2 count, Matt Hansen with a 2 count. Now, after this match, we're going to have a little deviation from our series of programming in the past few weeks. We're going to go to New Midwest Wrestling and talk to Toga Steve, who announced that he was retiring from the wrestling business at November Rain. As Night Wagner buries a knee into the gut of Shane Hollister. The shoulder's not even down. Matt Hansen kind of messed that one up. The right shoulder was not down. It's clearly off the mat. As Night Wagner goes to a sitting sleeper hold. The crowd is trying to get Shane Hollister back in this match. As Night Wagner definitely has an advantage. He's trying to put away the current NWA Iowa champion. Yes, he was champion at the time of this particular matchup in July of 2009. Hollister, short arm clothesline missed. There's an elbow. There's an uppercut. Hard forearm shot. A kick to the gut. Hollister.
This is his finisher.
Look at this. Suplex is blocked. Wagner rolls him up. Hollister rolls through, fighting for the waistlock into the corner. Hollister breaks free, charges at Knight, and gets an enziguri in the back of the head. But Wagner will not go down. Hollister to the top rope and just sidesteps that dive and hits a spin kick to the back of the head. 1, 2 count. Wagner looking impressive here. He's taken all that Shane Hollister has thrown at him and has still stood. Wagner picking up Shane Hollister. Irish whip. Oh, put on the brakes, and there's another enziguri from Shane Hollister. Look at this. A fisherman's suplex with torque. And that's it. Shane Hollister defeats Wagner. Shane Hollister, your winner in 8 minutes, 30 seconds. An exciting youngster that does not wrestle in Central Illinois enough, but you can see him pretty much most of the time out in the Quad Cities area and the Chicago region. And it'll be back to the drawing board for one night Wagner. Well, coming up next, we go to New Midwest Wrestling for a brief amount of time. We had an announcement that one of its longtime mainstays has announced his retirement. We talk to that man right now.
Toka Steve, tonight you announced that this is your last match, although in reality this is the second time you've retired.
No.
Really?
No.
Took time off at some
I
point.
took time off, but no, this is natural retirement.
So what made you decide tonight was the right time to get out?
There's never a right time to get out of wrestling. It's something that people struggle with. It's so hard to give this up, but I've been having problems. I don't let on about it because I'm kind of a private person, but it's been tough for me to get around lately, and I felt I could give it my go and make it to one last November reign and do what I try to do as best I can, and that's what you saw tonight.
So injuries have caught up with you from past ring wars.
Past ring wars, past athletics, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of miles on my joints, and my good friends know that. So it came as a surprise to a lot of people, I'm sure, but I think I've given what I've got to give.
Is there a signature Toka Steve match that we should put above all others in the, I guess, the all-time best matches?
All-time best matches of mine. Anytime I've wrestled Guy Smith, anytime anybody wrestles Guy Smith, obviously is a good match. But I really felt I worked well with him. Tom Arson was another great little rivalry that we had. If you go way back, and I think the matches that I get asked about the most was back with Garrett Ryan. I mean, he's been gone out of the wrestling scene, at least with New Midwest, for many, many, many years, but I still get asked about the knockdown drag-out fights we had with Sage Ramsey and Jason Wells. So all of those are probably my best work.
And thankfully, I found the videos of those and put them as extras on the current releases of New Midwest, so you might be able to find it on one of the newer DVDs and relive some old past history.
Awesome. I will definitely check that out.
Any parting thoughts, let's say, towards the folks that are going to be taking up the torch that you're going to pass it to?
I think you've seen it tonight. I mean, there are so many great wrestlers that are coming through these doors, people with a lot of focus and a lot of dedication, and they work as hard as they possibly can to make every match they do great. And I can't say enough about him. The guy I wrestled tonight, Scott Keys, fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better guy to work with on my last match. So keep coming through the doors. New Midwest is going to be blowing it up in the coming future.
Now they say retirements in wrestling don't last very long.
True.
What would be the biggest lure back to the ring in terms of, let's say, unfinished business?
Unfinished business. Honestly, I can't really say that I have any. I think I've gotten to work with all the people that I really wanted to, and I've been really happy with how it's gone over the years. But you know, when I said my goodbyes to the crowd tonight, I really tried not to rip off Shawn Michaels and say I'm going to do the absolute best I can to keep my promise. But truth be told, right now, I'm going to do my absolute best to keep my promise. So.
All right. I think that's everything I'm supposed to ask.
All right. I appreciate you, Crime Fighter, everything you do.
All right. Tugga Steve, his last match was tonight, November Rain 2010. Buy it on DVD when available.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Coming soon, it's the 2011 NBS Awards, where we honor the best and brightest pro wrestling talent Central Illinois has to offer. For more information, go to centralillinoisprowrestling.com.
Our next contest is scheduled for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Handsome Mannix is your referee for this contest.
He looks like the farm.
Introducing first, this man hails from the Nether Boy, weighing at 228 pounds, and accompanied by Xavier Nicholas and Cheyenne. This is the Great Malaki!
Tugga Steve, the former Central Illinois champion, and I did ask him later why he pretty much stuck to New Midwest Wrestling and did not wrestle anywhere else. It just, I guess he did not pursue it, although he had looked into going to Great American Wrestling, but just did not make it over there. The Great Malaki used to come down to Central Illinois all the time and wrestled regularly for Next Generation Wrestling. As we see his manager in there, Xavier Faust. Usually we saw Malaki tag team with one Chris Michaels.
My, Cheyenne's a lot different than how she was the last time she was here.
And now for his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Eli Alexander, this young man hails from New Berlin, Wisconsin, weighing at 205 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bailey Mannix!
Wasn't kidding, Cheyenne. Great Cheyenne. I don't know why she's wearing that, I guess, black burqa. I'm going to call it a black burqa. I mean, she came out later in a tag match on this program without that outfit. So I have no idea why the Great Cheyenne is wearing that full-length cloak and hood, obscuring her face. Doesn't make any sense to me at all, especially when she wrestled in a tag team action later on the card.
Hey, Cheyenne, this is America. You don't have to wear the burqa.
Yes, but she has the choice to. That's why I'm here.
All right, we're waiting the start of this contest as Bailey Mannix, one half of the tag team known as Explicit Content, highly successful tag team in the Chicago area, no longer teaming as Delicious Dave Scott, his partner, has retired from the sport. Xavier Faust is sitting on the top rope. going on a tirade of sorts. Bailey Mannix regularly wrestles for Metro East Championship Wrestling down in Wood River, Illinois. That's the St. Louis area, one of the northern suburbs on the Illinois side of the river. Bailey Mannix is now the reigning MECW heavyweight champion. As Mannix tries to reverse that waistlock by walking up the ropes. Did not seem to do much here. It's kind of hard to tell who to root for in this contest because both these men have not been the most popular fellows in the ring. Great Malaki, a dastardly villain in his own right, although it appears that he's trying to get the fans behind him in this contest, although Xavier Frost isn't the most likable guy. Still do not understand why Cheyenne is completely covered in that black burqa. And ringside for Bailey Mannix, the strange-looking Leon Alexander calls himself lovely. I don't think he's lovely in the slightest. Certainly not picking up any dates from the women. What is with that Eagle Scout uniform? I should hope that Leon Alexander is just a teenager. I am baffled at the relationship between one Bailey Mannix and Leon Alexander. Bailey Mannix has had better managers in his corner. Amy Zane, for example. And Mannix off the ropes and a hip toss from the great Malaki and a clothesline. And a drop kick. And Bailey Mannix has to bail out of the ring to get regrouped here. Noteable Pro Wrestling.
Malaki.
Two shows in this Peoria area, one in Stamford, where we showcased Teddy Stigma versus Ryan McBride for the Combat Zone Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship. There's an elbow from Malaki, and there's cover 1, 2 to count. Next week on this program, we're going to have them back. Ryan McBride versus Teddy Stigma. They are no longer good friends. They had a major falling out, and their feud with each other went back to Illinois. So we will have both these guys on next week for the big rematch.
That's gotta be loaded.
Bailey Mannix with a pickup and a body slam off the ropes. Knee drop. Mannix across the head of Malaki, and he has to bail. Malaki comes back in, and Mannix is right back on the attack. Bailey Mannix has held numerous tag team championships in the Chicago area, and Milwaukee for that matter. Western States Pro Wrestling tag titles, Bruce City tag titles. Also, NWA Midwest tag team titles. Now, Great Malaki better be careful slapping the mat like that. It can be interpreted as a tap out if you're not careful. Malaki tries to elbow his way out of this headlock, but Mannix yanks him down by the hair. Mannix actually is clean shaven for the most part. So he's using the hair of the great Malaki to his advantage as he just choked him out with the knee. And now he's choking him out on the bottom rope. And now Leon Alexander is getting himself. Come on, Matt Hansen. Matt Hansen with a strong warning. Do not interfere, you're out of here. Should hope he will eject him out of the ring as Bailey Mannix with that double underhook suplex. Oh, and a powerbomb! And only a 2. As I said, the crowd does not know who to root for. Both these men are not the most popular guys. But Mannix definitely has an advantage, and look at this, a suplex from Bailey Mannix takes down the great Malaki. And Mannix is going up.
Go, Bailey!
Max to the top. What's he gonna do here? Ooh! And a splash from the top does not connect. And Matt Hansen lays in the count. Bailey Mannix slow to get up. Don't doubt that he's slow to get up because he's, oh look at this, he's shaking his left leg. Malaki with a shot to the head. A chop. Malaki reverse. Kick to the gut. Malaki. Ooh, what a backbreaker. Double knees to the back. Back cracker sideways, and that gets the pin. The great Malaki returns to Central Illinois and gets the victory, and look at this. Xavier Faust is getting himself a piece of Leon Alexander. The crowd wants Leon to be slugged. The great Malaki is only happy to oblige. Great Malaki, you can see him regularly up in the Chicago area. He also wrestles for the Lucha promotions in the Chicagoland area. Great Malaki, your winner. Getting the victory over the now Metro East Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Bailey Mannix. That'll do it for this week on Nosebleed Seats Presents Central Illinois Pro Wrestling. We'll be back in Bellevue, Illinois next week with that headlining match. Brian McBride versus Teddy Stigma. And it looks like here that Bailey Mannix is injured after that missed frog splash and that really nasty looking backbreaker. It looks like he's going to have to be helped from the ring, but we gotta go. We will see you next time.